This isn't fake news. The Vatican has given Cardinal Sarah a very important new job, and this decision came straight from Pope Leo XIV. For some, this news brings hope, but the recent appointment of a bishop in Switzerland has left many church members wondering, because they think his ideas are very different from what the church has always taught. In the United States, a protest stopped James Martin from taking part in a Catholic event. Meanwhile, Archbishop Viganò has spoken out again with some worrying statements. Stay tuned to find out what's really happening inside the church today. The election of Pope Leo XIV has caused different reactions among believers. Some are really excited, while others are being careful. His direct style, his careful attention to rituals, and his balanced speeches hinted at new things to come. But the first excitement faded after the news about the new Bishop of St. Gallen came out. On May 22nd, Pope Leo chose Beat Grogli to be the bishop of the Swiss diocese. Even though his name wasn't well known, people at the Vatican expected his appointment to cause a lot of talk. Grogli, who was already part of the cathedral chapter, was chosen in a special way, thanks to an old agreement. The cathedral chapter is the one that prepares a list of suitable candidates. Rome only has the job of saying yes or no to this suggestion. Pope Leo XIV has already given his approval. On the surface, it seems like a normal church process. But, as often happens, the truth is more complicated. The Diocese of St. Gallen, though, is far from being just any diocese. For many, it's the historical heart of a church group that has supported new ideas for a long time. We should mention the so-called St. Gallen Mafia, an informal group of bishops and cardinals open to change who, many believe, played a part in Bergoglio's election in 2013. Even today, their influence is felt in the church, making St. Gallen a very important place in today's Catholicism. With the confirmation of Grogli, who is known for his progressive views, it seems like there won't be any big changes coming. The path that's been taken so far will continue, without major differences from before. Everything will stay the same. Some people say, it was all decided already, there were no other choices. Others, however, are starting to doubt the Pope, believing that things could have been different. Even though the Pope didn't personally choose Grogli, he did give him his support. Right now, every decision is very important, especially when changes are still being promised, but the same path is being followed. The faithful are watching closely, wanting to know how a balance will be found between what's new and what's traditional. They want to see how the church will handle this new chapter. The future of the church depends on these key decisions, and everyone is waiting to see what will happen. Let's move on to some news that brings a feeling of renewed hope. Lately, there have been some untrue rumors online about new roles for Cardinal Robert Sarah under the papacy of Pope Leo XIV. But the Vatican hasn't officially said anything to confirm these rumors. But now we have official news straight from the Vatican authorities. The Pope has chosen Cardinal Sarah as his special envoy for the 400th anniversary of the appearances of St. Anne in St. Anne d'Auray, in Brittany. This appointment shows how important Cardinal Sarah is and how much the Pope trusts him for such a big event. It's a sign of his dedication and how much he's respected in the Church. Cardinal Sarah's work and journey continue to be valued and recognized both in the Vatican and around the world. The festivities on July 25th and 26th will be celebrated as part of the Jubilee year. This will be a key moment for thousands of young pilgrims coming to Rome, walking in a procession led by Cardinal Sarah. A special Mass will be held at the sanctuary, which was built where the visions happened in 1623, and is now a popular place for pilgrimages. Because of this, the special job given by the Pope is very important. Right now, the presence and guidance of Pope Leo XIV are very important for the Church. The faithful are gathering and the bells are ringing, marking the start of this amazing event. This event puts Cardinal Sarah at the center of a very important church ceremony, and brings to the forefront a voice that reminds us of the key principles of service in the Church. With Cardinal Sarah chosen as the official representative of Pope Leo XIV for the Jubilee celebrations in July, something important happened in Pennsylvania, thanks to the commitment of believers. At Holy Family University, Father James Martin, a Jesuit known for his strong opinions on sensitive topics, was asked to give a speech during the graduation ceremony, a big event for the university. This event has highlighted the ongoing discussion in the Church and how active believers are in deciding its path. Father Martin's involvement in the ceremony has shown a sign of change and new ideas that are influencing the Church. His participation has stressed how important it is for the Church today to be welcoming and to encourage open talks. The news quickly spread among Catholic communities online, causing surprise and bitterness for many believers. Reactions came quickly, the response was immediate and strong. More than 11,000 people signed a petition started by TFP Student Action asking the university to uninvite him. But the effort didn't stop there. Many gathered in front of the campus, holding their rosaries. The protest, peaceful but determined, clearly showed the disagreement of those present. This quiet protest sent a strong message which was heard by both the community and people outside. Finally, the ending many were hoping for has arrived. Father Martin's name has been removed from the official website, and university spokespeople quickly made it clear that his involvement had never been officially confirmed. However, it's clear that without the pressure from the people, nothing would have changed. It was the everyday Catholics who made a difference, not those in power. Today, many faithful feel lost because of unclear decisions and long silences. For this reason, what happened is seen as a ray of hope. This case shows that true faith, along with determination, can still bring real changes to the Church. This event wasn't just a one-off thing. It shows that many Catholics don't give up easily, and they've shown they know how to make their voices heard. So, while new and important appointments are being made public, the faithful are showing they're ready to react. And suddenly, like a bolt from the blue, Archbishop Carlo Maria Viganò steps onto the scene, bringing with him a message that's more than just an opinion. It's a real warning. He posted his words on his official page, and his message was extremely clear, even though it's not directly aimed at the faithful, who might be too naive, or at the new power centers forming in the Church. Archbishop Viganò starts with a harsh but fair criticism. After years where the Church's rules have been questioned during Pope Francis's time as Pope, many Catholics have put their hopes in something unrealistic. They believed that the election of Leo XIV would have instantly changed things, bringing back order to the teachings. But according to Viganò, this hope, even though it makes sense, shouldn't turn into a fantasy, where every action is seen as proof of what they want to believe. An imagined view of the Church and the Pope that, while comforting, isn't real. And for Viganò, the facts speak for themselves. The choice of Beat Grogli as Bishop of St. Gallen, a figure Viganò accuses of heresy, is just the beginning of his concerns. On top of this, there's the appointment of a nun as secretary for the Dicastery for Consecrated Life, the frequent references to Bergoglio's most debated documents, the statements on ecumenism, and the push for synodality, all the way to the focus on fighting climate change. According to Viganò, all these choices don't break from the past. Instead, they show a continuation that he finds troubling. To finish, as someone who can no longer stay silent, the Archbishop asks all of us to look at the situation with spiritual eyes, to see beyond the tricks, and not to trust those who only say nice words to make us feel better, but actually cause confusion. He believes this is the only way to face what evil is doing, which works through lies and tricks. His message is clear and leaves no room for doubt. Christ is the true King and the High Priest. Only through him can we find salvation. And hope doesn't mean ignoring what's happening, but facing reality, even if it's hard. What do you all think? If you liked this video, leave an amen in the comments. God bless you.